Hi and welcome. I'm Laura. I'm so glad that you have decided to join me on this journey. This new YouTube channel for Renew Your Alignment is something that I've wanted to do for a while. So I'm really glad that finally I am able to do this, share a little bit about myself, and also talk you through the reasons why I decided to do this channel. This space is specifically for intuitive people, sensitive souls, starseed seekers, people like you ultimately who may feel there's more to life than what's visible on the surface, what society has dictated is acceptable. So together we'll explore healing, past lives, galactic wisdom, practical ways to realign yourself with your soul's truth ultimately. My own journey has been one of searching, healing, remembering. For much of my life, I felt the sense that something was missing. From childhood, I was extremely in tune with my psychic gifts. I could sense things often that others perhaps were feeling as well, but I was also told to not share. And I've always known that there was a deeper truth that was hidden, usually just beneath the surface, that people don't always want to acknowledge. I would have vivid dreams as a child. I wrote many books actually when I was younger. Because adults would say I had a very vivid imagination. Now, luckily, I have actually kept the books and had a look back through and realized that they're actually associated with past lives, which has been really cool to kind of make the connections and realize what I was actually reliving was lifetimes, and what I was experiencing was definitely real. Since journaling, which was something that I did a lot, and I've started doing it again a lot more as I've grown older, it's also helped me to track the different parts of myself, the different lifetimes, the different parts of me as what I call a dream walker. So that's been really helpful on this journey. It's been helpful because it means that I can help others. I can help others spot patterns and figure things out. I have quite a few clients who are dream walkers as well, and it's been really helpful having others who experience similar things and helping people with their intuitive gifts. I didn't always feel safe sharing these gifts with people, especially growing up. Like many of you, I'm sure I carried a lot of fear around being seen, and I was often misunderstood. So instead of me saying things, I learned to bottle things up, which wasn't healthy, but ultimately that was my coping mechanism. Sure, other people have done the same thing. The real turning point for me was when I had a reading done, actually. My friend, one of my best friends, was always into readings. So I thought, why not? Why not try out for myself to see what happens? And the psychic shared with me that I would be really good at Reiki healing. And that ultimately was the path that led me down to where I am now. Through doing the Reiki Saishin 1 and 2, it unlocked parts of my memory and myself and brought me more into alignment with who I am. And because of that, it just started this new journey of awakening and introduced me to people that, one, a couple I've had past lives with, and two, helped me realize that a lot of the things that I had been suppressing about myself and my abilities was actually gifts that I was too scared of using. To be honest, this journey has changed so much. It's changed so much of my perception. It's helped me release layers of fear. I've essentially regained my sovereignty as a being in terms of realizing that my gifts are not something to be feared. They're something to embrace and try and understand. And it's also meant that I've been able to help others do the same thing, embrace who they are, be authentic, be within their highest vibrational frequency through authenticity. Ultimately, authenticity is the highest vibration that we can be as souls. Often we think it's love that is the highest, but actually authenticity is the highest vibration. So now, because of my own journey, it means that I am able to hold space for others, to help people remember who they are, let go of who they aren't, and create a life in alignment. On this channel, we're going to explore many of the same themes I write about in my blogs. For example, we'll go beyond the clairs, because I will say in my own journey that the clairs have been something that is spoken about a lot, but it's not just about the clairs. It's not just about clairvoyance. It's not just about clairaudience or clairsentience, but it's also about understanding how those intuitive gifts work in your everyday life so that you can actually move forward into the gifts that you've had in other lifetimes. So they're almost like gateway gifts is what I call them. They are almost like gateway gifts into the next stage. We'll also dive into the wisdom of the elements, because that's so important. The elements are something that are within our everyday lives we don't always realize. And you hear so much about the four, which is earth, air, fire, and water. But it's also about ether. It's also about spirit, ultimately. And we need to incorporate all of them within ourselves, within our lives. Because the elements are not just symbolic. The elements are living energies that you align with to create balance, healing, and empowerment within yourself. Another theme I'll share is how to prepare for deep spiritual readings, like the Galactic Akashic Records readings that I do for clients. Many people actually come to me with questions about their soul origins, their starseed connections, or past life patterns. And I'll actually walk you through how to open yourself to receive the clearest guidance possible. I have a PDF specifically on finding placements. I've got quite a lot of PDFs and informations that I've created because I was mindful on my own journey that things were quite scattered, things were quite, join the dots all over the internet. And I really wanted it to be quite straightforward for people to be able to find the information they want all in one space and then move through their ascension journey with the support that often is hard to find. One of my favorite topics is actually the royal stars of ancient Persia. These four royal stars, Aldebaran, Regulus, Antares, Fomalhaut, have guided human consciousness for thousands of years. I'll show you how they appear in your birth chart and what they reveal about your soul path, your angelic lineage in specific. Is definitely something that was used in ancient Persia. It was something that was used in Babylonian, Mesopotamian times. And it's really interesting to me how in westernized society we've adopted the directional aspects of these stars, but not necessarily the other parts that go with it. Alongside these teachings, I've also created supportive resources such as workbooks, PDFs, guides that can help you explore things at your own pace. For example, my Discover Your Soul Gifts guide helps you identify the unique abilities and strengths you carry across lifetimes. It's not just about the clairs. You will have other gifts that are not to do with the 6 clairs. They are, the more rarer type gifts, and it's about tuning into what they are because you already know what they are. It's just the chances are that you have learned to suppress them in order for you to fit within society. There's also the Decode Your Starseed Markings guide. It's a way to look at your birth chart and uncover where your galactic soul origins may be. And this is one of my most popular resources, especially for those who feel that strong connection towards the stars, but want confirmation of where their energy comes from and the ability to find out more about the astrology placements, the stars, the asteroids, what they mean, just that little basic start to how to do things, and have that information there for yourself that you can even do with other people. For those drawn to angelic wisdom, I've created the Angelic Lineage bundle. This resource actually helps you understand your connections to the great archangels, such as Archangel Michael, Archangel Raphael, Archangel Gabriel, Archangel Uriel, and the rays of light that guide your soul missions. If you know a little bit about the archangels already, you'll know that Archangel Michael is connected to the Emerald Ray. So in this bundle, I kind of go a bit more in depth with each of the archangels and what those different colored rays stand for, what gifts, what shadow sides as well you need to be mindful of as someone from that lineage. I also offer practical healing tools like the Chakra Healing Workbook, which helps you balance your multidimensional energy centers, and also the Protect Your Energy PDF, which is completely free because spiritual protection is something I believe everyone should have access to. I think we sometimes think that we are just human, so we're just skin and bones, so we're happy to cleanse ourselves, we're happy to protect our bodies to a certain extent, but we also forget that we are energy beings. So just like you clean your body, you also need to think about keeping your energy centers clear and healthy. And that Protect Your Energy PDF really does give you like a starting point for you to be thinking about doing that basic energy cleanse every day. Another area we'll explore is dreamwalking, stepping into your multi-dimensional self, traveling across lifetimes and realities through the dream state. I offer an Introduction to Dreamwalking guide. It's an amazing PDF. And then I also go deeper with clients. I specifically have a package called Dreamwalker Awakening Journey for those who feel called to expand in this way. The types of clients that usually choose this are those who have either had near-death experiences where, they'll say to me, I should be dead, or I feel like I've jumped into another lifetime, or like this isn't my timeline. And I know this is not my timeline, but if I say this to other people, they will think that I'm crazy. I have some clients who will talk to me about reoccurring dreams, but even though they're reoccurring every time they go to the dream, it's the same house, but it's like a continuation, or it's slightly different. Or I'll have some clients who will say to me, I've seen things that just couldn't be on this planet. And I don't know how I can even imagine that, because I'm not a sci-fi fan at all. I'm just, an everyday person who is really confused by the dreams that I have sometimes. And then I have the other clients who are more premonition based. So that's a really good package, as I said, for different types of people who are dream walkers ultimately. Beyond the written resources, I also hold one-to-one sessions and packages. If you're curious about your life path, my soul alignment coaching helps you connect with your inner wisdom. If you want to go deeper, I also offer past life regression and, of course, Reiki Saishem healing. These are really good specifically if you just want to have a look into the areas of your life that needs maybe a little bit of change. The past life regression sessions are particularly good for those who are aware that they have had a past life, but they're not too sure. I've had lots of clients who will say to me, sometimes I have dreams. I'll have some clients who will say to me, I don't dream at all. But each session is very different for each person, and it's very much a chance to explore things that you've wanted to do or about yourself, but haven't been too sure about doing. For those ready for big shifts, there are transformational journeys like the quantum energy reset, the visibility activation journey, and of course the transformational package. These are designed specifically to help you not just heal, but actually step into the version of yourself you've always known you could be. These packages are for those clients who know or perhaps have dipped their toe into some of the other sessions like the past life regression or Reiki Saishem, or for those clients who are ready to step into their gifts fully. I also love offering free ways to connect. I think that's really important. I think it's really important that people get the chance to explore parts of themselves that perhaps they haven't been too sure about. So you can book a complimentary inner world diagnosis session where we'll explore what is actually blocking your energy right now. These are usually held online. Or if you're curious at the moment about your galactic past, you can even book a free Galactic Akashic Records readings, something I'm currently offering to support as many people as possible in awakening to their truth. The Galactic Akashic Records readings are free at the moment, but they will go up to full price once these free sessions have been filled. This channel will be a space where all of these threads come together. Each week, I'll be sharing teachings, guided practices, insights from my own journey, and stories from the collective wisdom I've witnessed in sessions. My hope is that it will inspire you to step into your own alignment. If you're new here, I encourage you to explore the videos that most resonate. Start with topics that call to your heart, whether it's the elements, the real stars, or your psychic senses. Trust that your soul will guide you exactly where you need to begin. And as you watch, I invite you to engage, comment with your reflections, share your own experiences, and let's create a community of like-minded souls walking this path together. This isn't just about me teaching, it's about us remembering collectively, it's about us healing collectively, it's about us evolving together. So thanks for being here. If you feel called, make sure to subscribe, explore the free resources linked in my bio below, and stay connected as we journey deeper into alignment. Together, we'll unlock your soul's wisdom, heal across lifetimes, and awaken the truth of who you are.